Whoa! It's Tube Tuesday. Roll that video. Woo! I'm back. Tube Tuesday. Have some notes. It's all about fireworks, ladies and gents. All about fireworks. The top 10 tips, hacks, advices, whatever you'd like to call them, all have to do with fireworks. Bring your fireworks photography to another level. Stick around. Fireworks photography, top 10 tips coming at you. Number one, and everyone will tell you this, do you need a tripod? Yes, absolutely. No, but yeah. Okay, I'll explain it a little bit better. I made some notes here. So let me explain this a little bit with the following pictures, okay? So I'll show you a couple of pictures, one of which, actually probably more than one. A couple of which were taken with tripod and a couple that were taken without tripod. And I'll explain what the differences are. So here we go. So here I used the tripod, and as you can see, everything that was not in motion is perfectly sharp, and everything that was in motion is blurred. So the fireworks, as you can see as well, have this very nice smooth flow to them. So from the burst all the way to the end is a very straight and fluid line. That's what you want. This one was shot handheld, no image stabilization, and notice that the fireworks themselves are still fairly smooth. Now, not quite as smooth as in the first picture you've seen, but still fairly smooth. Whereas everything else now, because it's handheld for approximately a second, is very blurry. You'll see double images. And even though very blurry, and even though you're seeing double images, it gives the image a feel. It tells a story. So do you absolutely need a tripod? Well, if you were like me that day and I didn't have a tripod and didn't even know there was going to be fireworks, you can make do. You can come up with some beautiful images. Tip number 2, lenses. What lenses should you use? Highly recommend a 24-70 f2.8 if you have it. On the wide end, 24-35 usually gives you fantastic images and allows for the surrounding areas to show up in the photo if you want. And you can also go all the way up to 70 if you only want the fireworks from a distance. So next lens, 85, 1.8 or 1.4, something along these lines here. I have a Tamron f1.8. Amazing lens, great portrait lens, and I'm going to show you why you want one of these later on in the tips. Actually, I think it's near the end. You'll see. So, number 3, and this is on everybody's mind, what settings should I use? Everybody wants to know, should I use any kind of automatic setting? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You use some sort of automatic setting, you will overexpose the image because it's dark out, and it's going to want to boost everything up. That's number 1. And number 2, the shutter speed will undoubtedly be much faster than you want it to be, and the fireworks will just be little blips of light. So no auto settings, nowhere to be found. What you want basically, and I'll give you some guidelines, and these are starting points. So start there, experiment. The more you shoot, the more you're going to know what you want. So I come up with a few starting points. Now these are different starting points. One, if you're using a tripod, start here and then experiment a little bit higher, a little bit lower, etc. And you should be good to go. I also have some handheld if you don't have a tripod, or if you're just leaving it on the ground somewhere. Little tips and tricks for this, okay? So basic settings, if you're on a tripod, I typically start between 4 to 8 seconds of exposure at f8 to f11. and I use between 64 and 100 ISO. Now this is an excellent starting point. Off tripod, like in this picture where I put it on my camera bag, or sitting on the ground, or if you have a pillow, approximately 2 seconds of maximum exposure. No lower than f5.6, 100 to 200 ISO, and you're good to go. Number 4, preparation. It's my motto, bring more rather than less. Quite simply, all that means is if you have that extra lens, you think, I don't want to bring that, it's going to weigh a little bit too much. Well, think about it. If you don't bring it and you have a chance to use it, you're going to miss a shot. Much better to carry a little extra weight than to miss a shot. Also, incredibly important, prepare your batteries. Charge your batteries, have extra batteries. Bring all the batteries you can possibly bring. You're going to need them. If you have a flash, I know it's fireworks photography, you're thinking, what do you need a flash for? You never know what you're going to shoot. It goes back to, if you have a chance to use the flash and you don't have the flash, you'll miss a shot. Preparation. You don't want to miss any shots. Number 5, vantage point. Now this is very important. And there's 2 possibilities. Either you know the area very well, in which you probably already have an idea where you want to shoot. So if you don't know the area, I have 2 things you want to do. Number 1, scout the area out a couple of days in advance if you can. That way it's going to give you a general idea of where you want to go. And that brings us to number 6. Get there early on the day of the shoot. Scout out the area again. Make sure you got the best composition, because you don't want to end up with some basketball team in front of you and you can't get any shots. Get there early. Bring a blanket. Bring chairs. Make sure you own that area. Number 7, as it gets closer to the time of the shoot, do some test shooting, composition, get ready to shoot. Focus. Use manual focus, focus to affinity, bring it back a little bit in preparation, so when you do see the fireworks, very, very quickly you can adjust and focus on the fireworks, and then you leave it in that focus position for the rest of the night. Number 8, shoot in RAW. When it comes to post-production and getting the absolute best out of your image, out of the shadows, the blacks, the white, the highlights, the vibrancy and the saturation in the colors of the fireworks, you need to shoot in RAW. Do not shoot in JPEG. You will not get the best out of your images. Shoot in RAW only. Number 9, we're almost there, guys. Number 9 is very simple. Should I have a remote? Oh yes, you should definitely have a remote. If you don't have a remote, I'll give you a little quick trick that will give you the same results, but a remote. The remote separates the camera from your hand, which will shake. Very important, no camera shake. So if you don't have a remote, I have a solution. I need you to put your camera into mirror lockup mode. Now what this does is when you press the button, the shutter button, the first time, it opens the mirror and it begins exposing the image until you press it a second time and it closes the mirror, ending the exposure of the image. Very simple. Get yourself a piece of cardboard, anywhere 4 by 4 inches and up. I mean, not too big, obviously. Maybe 8.5 by 11, biggest piece of cardboard. If you can paint it black, much better. You take the cardboard, you put it in front of the lens as close as possible without touching it. Now in mirror lockup mode, press that shutter button once. The mirror locks up and begins exposing the film. Wait a second, so the camera's not shaking anymore, move the cardboard away. Count to your 4 seconds, your 8 seconds, your whatever exposure you'd like. When you're done, put it right back in front of the lens. Press the button again. No camera shake. A little bit more complicated, but if you don't have a remote, it's definitely a solution. Okay. Number 10. Don't forget what's around you. You're not only there to shoot fireworks, but there are people all around you enjoying the fireworks. And this is where that 85mm f1.8 comes in, and the second body. I hope you have a second body. If you don't, you can always switch lens and move it around, but if you have a backup body, obviously a better option. You take that, people are looking up at the fireworks, you can get really nice portrait shots at f2, f2.5, somewhere around there. Beautiful, beautiful images. Well guys, that's it for my top 10 tips, hacks, or advices as it pertains to fireworks photography. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. And just for you guys, just because you guys deserve 11 out of 10 instead of 10 out of 10, one last tip: practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the more you experiment, the better you're going to get at it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So get out there, shoot some fireworks. Let me know how it went in the comments below. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, click on the like button, share it to all your friends, and subscribe. Absolutely 100% free to subscribe to a YouTube channel. And don't forget, click on that little bell button. It'll notify you every time I come out with a new video. And, well, have yourself a great week, guys. Take it easy.